have Ann Mundell Noel here, who is here on behalf of Amazing Hearing, and she's got lots of things over here that she's setting up. Well, thank you for joining me today. I see you're over there with lots of different things, and I love it because, you know, I never get to actually visit in your location, and so I'm glad that you are able to bring me some things today. So welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Well, I know you have a lot of things to discuss, and, you know, one thing I wanted to ask you, why is it important for when our hearing is bad for us to have lots of choices?
Well, the main reason is that everybody is individual. So what I would love to show today is that although we have quality hearing aids at a variety of prices, there's really more to just the hearing aid. There's so many other things that can affect your quality of life, and that's what I hope to show today.
Okay, fantastic. So rechargeable, that is something that I think obviously is a real winner, right? Because you don't have to fiddle with many of the little tiny, tiny batteries that they have. And I mean, I lose everything on the carpet. So tell me what those are about.
So the rechargeable batteries now mean that they are encased in the hearing aid. There's nothing that you can open. It is totally sealed. So the advantage of that is not only not having to work with the battery, but it is water resistant to a very high degree. We can't say waterproof because waterproof means 3 meters, 3 hours. But if people walk into the shower with their hearing aids on, they no longer damage them. So that is a huge factor. The really nice thing is that you can take the hearing aid and just put it into the charger.
That is excellent.
There is a light at night, and you can see that the hearing aid is charging. You put it on. Very, very simple. So people who have carpal tunnel, people who have visual issues, really makes charging very easy. So 2 different styles for depending upon people and the amount of dexterity that they have with their fingers. Great. The one thing that is a kind of a negative on a rechargeable is what happens if we're without electricity, right? So, oh my gosh, if we're without electricity. Well, we sell a solar powered battery pack. So this is something that people can have for any of your electronic devices, but with a solar powered battery pack, then you could charge your hearing aids overnight. So we make sure that patients are totally covered with regards to the way
Can you hold that up again and then show us where the hearing aid actually would go?
Well, so what would happen is you would take the cord from your charger and you would place it into the bottom slot here. So this is solar powered. So that's why we're never going to be without electricity. I mean, if we are without electricity, you're never without a charge.
So you would just leave that out in the sun for a little while?
Correct. You can leave it out in the sun, and then there are little lights at the bottom that show you how charged it is. And the advantage of this then is that it can hold charge for a month or 2. So you can store it and have it ready for when that day comes that we're without electricity.
Oh, very smart. All right, excellent. And now, in regards to sound quality, of course, we've talked about this many times, that there's varying levels in which you can have in your hearing aids, and artificial intelligence really has pushed that limit now.
It really has. Both of the hearing aids that I'm showing today have artificial intelligence in them. One is Widex, and it is the fastest hearing aid in the industry as far as its processing. It's the smallest hearing aid for the kind that go behind the ear. And what this does is it connects wirelessly to your iPhone. So now you can take an iPhone phone call right into your ears that people have done for years. But now it is also available in the Android version. So we are so excited that it doesn't matter. You do have to have a version 12 or above as far as in your Android phone, but it does go direct. But one of the things I want to talk about with the sound quality, Lisa, that is very a part of what Widex does is they make sure that patients really at all levels can understand well. So although some people will say, well, I don't have an iPhone, I'm still in my old flip phone, This little gadget here is called a Comdex, and what it does is it goes around your neck. If I can display this, so you unhook it here, and you put it around your neck, and now this is a Bluetooth device that will connect to any any phone that has a Bluetooth. So if
Okay.
you have your old flip phone, now with the phone, you pair it one time, and then when the phone call rings, all you do is push this button, and you hear the phone right into your ears.
Isn't that great?
The microphone is right at the top. So
Okay.
the advantage of this is now I don't have to run and get my phone,
Right.
For those people who don't have the ability to quickly get up and answer the phone, or you can't find your phone because
You
it's
can't find
somewhere
it.
around the
That
house.
would be the primary one, I'm sure.
Right, you can go ahead and push this.
Yeah, oh, that's great.
I have a lot of businessmen who wear this because now they don't have to have their phone in their hand in order to talk. They can have it near them and they can go around. The funniest one I have, or the one I love, is my patient who is a skier. And he will put this on, put his phone in his pocket, and when the phone call comes in, he pulls this out and pushes the button, takes the phone
Perfect.
call, and he's ready to go.
I love that. That's awesome. And then the hearing aids you mentioned have to have a Bluetooth connectivity in them. Is that correct?
Well, the hearing aids all have Bluetooth
all do.
connectivity.
Okay, great.
Today's hearing aids, even the lowest level that we have both the Bluetooth capacity and the rechargeability. So it's no longer a factor like it
Yeah.
was in the past.
Okay. All right. So lastly, we have to go to T-coil because I wanted to make sure that people knew about that. So quickly talk about T-coil and how that works in our Performing Arts Center.
Yes, so the T-coil, you want to look for this sign. We have it several places in Laguna Woods, but the Performing Arts Center just got it last November. And what you do with the T-coil is you would either have an app on your phone or you have a program in your hearing aid and it has to be activated. So some hearing aids might have a T-coil that they had previously in it, but it wasn't activated because they really didn't have a purpose for it. So now what you would do is you go into the performing arts and you would go and either push the button on your hearing aid to get into the T-coil or go onto your phone and push the app, and then when they are singing and dancing, they will hear the sound right into their ears.
That's awesome.
So it doesn't matter if you're in the first row or the 50th row, you're going to hear the sound quality the same.
I think we need that everywhere because I tell you, you go to the Segerstrom and sometimes depending on where you're sitting, you don't always hear all of the music.
Segerstrom does
yeah.
have a system similar to that for the T-coil. So what I would say is our office is looped at Amazing Hearing. And if you're not sure if you have a T-coil, please just come into the office, try it, turn it on and see, because our TV would allow you to know if it's working or not.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for the information. And next time when you come back, let's talk about all the accessories that you have.
Thanks.
All right. And of course, if you want more information, you can always call the number on your screen for Amazing Hearing. We'll be right back.